Welcome back to the channel, guys. I wasn't going to film, but I thought I'd make a quick video, show you how I get some cash flow. Because whenever it rains, I get in the Jeep and throw the toolbox in the back and work on this 6410. It needed quite a bit of work. It's got low hours and was a really clean tractor. But when I fired it up, the throttle was stuck. And you can move the lever and it would move. This pump's mechanical. It would move like this, but something in the pump was stuck. So took the pump off. Took it to Northeast Diesel in Springfield, Missouri, and they rebuilt it. It was super rusty. So I put as many new parts and lines on and fuel injection nozzles back in there as I could. Replaced all the lines because they were gummed up. And then put a new fuel pump that sits down in the tank. And then had this cover off just so I can clean down in there and check that drive shaft. Still has plastic on the seat. And then just like any 10 series, needs a headliner. I'll fire this tractor up in a second so you guys can see it, but I want to show you how clean the original air filters are. I'm changing them now. Let me walk you over to the shed. These are probably original 2001 filters. See the old logo there? These things were not dirty at all. But over time the paper breaks down and these foam seals break down too. So one difference I did notice is that the old screws have these seals, these little O-rings, and that'd keep the dust from going through the bolt holes. The new ones didn't come like that. They probably got cost reduced out, but something to keep in mind. But I'll show you guys this tractor once I get the panels put on. Finishing up service, change the engine oil, check the front hubs, test the coolant, make sure it's good. I already, like I said, changed the engine oil and check the hydraulic fluid. Yeah, gonna get the cab put back together. Get the engine put back together. This is an aftermarket battery from Napa because the factory one's like $500 and this is $200. So got to get that fit in there. Get the grill and the headlight bezel put back in. This thing should be done. Got the crop duster flying over. What a cool job. What did make this job tricky was I had to take the top of the engine down. That way I could set the, I think it's cylinder 1 at top dead center, and then put the locking pin in. That way I can pull the gear off the front of the pump because that is how it times itself. Also got to get this belt changed out because it's cracked, and then this little idler roller is feels rough when I spin it. So I'm gonna fix that. This is a really inconvenient air filter. It's got 2 parts to it. Then you slide it together like that. Then use this lever and lock it down. But that seems to be a common theme with the Mannheim, Germany factory for John Deere. Everything's super compact and hard to work on. Next problem is getting this battery to fit. And like I said, it's aftermarket just to save money. But this bezel doesn't have space because these little tabs have got to lock into the slots there. Got the Napa battery shoved in there. And for anyone with the 6410 that wants to save some money for themselves, this is a Napa 7237. I've still been rocking these Milwaukee sockets. The only upgrade I've had to do is this dish towel because this sat and got smashed in the 8300 seat when I was riding down the road. And so if I don't have this, everything will fall out of it because it doesn't have any clips on the side, just on the end, so it pops open a little bit. Gonna pop this guy off and hope that I got the right one in the box. Trying to get this off here. And this isn't a tensioner. This just is a roller that I guess makes sure the belt passes on the ribs of the fan because it goes up around the AC compressor. If you look down there, you can kind of see why the belt just kind of passes right by. I need something to hold it against. Was a little frustrating on this fuel system because some of these lines you couldn't get, and this tractor is a 2001. You would think that John Deere would have every part available for it. But this pump, it was stuck at like 1500 RPM and it costs about $1,750 to have rebuilt. And then all the other pieces made this pretty expensive repair. Looks like it's the right little idler, and I was gonna say I couldn't get this bolt out. Luckily That's one thing about John Deere parts, and I was complaining about them over there. But they're usually really solid. This came with everything, bolt, even this plastic cap, and a new spacer there. Got the belt loose using the ratchet on the tensioner right there. But this fan's weird, where it's got this outside guard, so you have to slide the belt around it. Well, got the belt off, and the reason I was replacing it is because it's split, and this is probably the original belt. This tractor doesn't get used but to move some hay in the summertime, and when they need it, they need it. When they don't, it just sits, and I'm sure that's the original belt. And so trying to get this tractor squared away, and I'm thinking, and I want to show you guys this because this is a way a beginning farmer can make money, is just working on tractors if you know how to do it. And I'm not afraid to wrench on them. But charging labor, that's another topic. The local dealer, I think, is like 180, 185, and then 220 in the field. I'll probably be half that. I think that's fair. And then, you know, it just gives me a little cash, good deal for the customer. And then hopefully in a few years, I can have a chance to buy this tractor. And so I wanted to make sure that it's getting fixed right, and I'm the one to work on it. But let me know down below what you guys do on the side to make a little extra money while you're farming, and then what you charge an hour, what you get charged an hour for service work. Not only did they give me the right idler, I got lucky and they gave me the right size belt too. So time to throw it back in. Belt and idler, pulley are back on. Now with the tractor this nice, it's important to do the little things right. So the glue dried up on this, and it fell off in there. So we're gonna put some super glue on it and get this thing stuck back in. Make sure this tractor's done proper. Got some glue in, and let's set her on. Should be about right there. Got her on there. She's not as good as factory, but I think most technicians would have tossed it in the trash and moved on. But I care about the stuff I work on, even if it did come from the insurance auction, although this one didn't. I've got 2 filters for the cabin air back in there, and then 2 filters are on back to replace. These new ones look a lot cleaner than the old ones, although the clean side looks nice, so the filter is doing its job. First one is in. Good to go. Something to note here is a little tab goes towards the top. Couple fresh filters for in the cab. This cab needs cleaned out, so although, okay, there it goes, like that. Stick it in there like that, and then it just clamps in and clicks. If I can get it right. The cabin filters are from 2001, so they've never been replaced on this 6410. Also, something to check out is this locking wrench organizer I found on Amazon. You can also get it on the TikTok shop, and someday I'll make a video, and if I ever do that TikTok shop stuff, so you guys can go buy it and support me there. But in the meantime, if you guys want to support me, just head on over with your little clicker and hit that red subscribe button if you've been a long time watcher and haven't subscribed yet. Or if this is the first video you're watching. This is a little different, a little change of pace. I'm just moonlighting some mechanic work, but got to make $1. Andrew showed up to help me put the hood on, but I wanted to get the engine bay washed first. Got the hood on, so while I got him, I'm gonna have Andrew drive the tractor so I can line up the oil level on the MFWD hub. The 8300 didn't, this one is probably original, so it might pop back at me. Let's see. That looks all right. Let's see, use the old finger method. Oil level's right there, so we'll just put a new O-ring on and stick it in. Well guys, when you start using a tractor that sits a lot, you have problems. So I was like, what the heck? Why is the air compressor kicked on? Well, these air lines underneath just split apart. You see that? Just all dry rotted, these older tractors. Just gonna pull the seat out of this somehow and put new air lines in it. And I'm gonna start with that bolt right there. I got the seat loose, and then we got this truck over here. We're gonna use this platform to stand on and pull the seat out. Got our Dallas Cowboys blanket. America's team, as they say. I don't know where that came from. Got the seat out of there. It is heavy. This definitely got out of hand. Gonna run to O'Reilly's, get some parts, and then take this apart. Not gonna take it apart right now, but did not want to be doing this today. I thought I was gonna have this project wrapped up. Decided to take the seat base up to the shop where there's air conditioning and airline supplies. So now to figure out this German jigsaw puzzle they got for us. So we're taking this airline, heating it up with a torch, and we've got some of them on there, but this last one, you have to take this hose and fish it in to the fittings that you can't even see. You can barely see it. But I think the engineer that designed this hated his life and wanted everyone else to hate theirs too. This has got to be a temp 20. So you got to stick this little deal in, you can't even see, and guide it into fitting that there at an angle. Finally got the seat suspension all plumbed. Hope we don't have any problems with this. Real pain in the butt. I was gonna throw the seat back in today, but it's gonna have to be tomorrow. Well guys, Andrew came back in his pickup. Was washing the tractor when he showed up, but here's the repair. We put it in the tractor, tested it out, and it's working good. See the suspension working, and it's holding there, so time to put it in. Got the seat back together. I'm gonna throw it up in the tractor now. Got the cab cleared back out, got our Cowboys blanket set in there, and then this is the best way to take these tractor seats out. That was a pain, but now that the seat's in, it's just 4 bolts around the corners, and then I've already got the harness plugged in the back. So this seat install is just about done. Got the tractor washed up. Now it's time to go put some fuel in it. We're rolling. This has got the power quad, so I have it at D4 right now. We just have a short trip into town up here. Corn sure is looking good. Rolling into the gas station. Diesel's at $3.39, so that's not so bad. I think I'm gonna put 25 gallons. And then I put, since the tank's still got some slimy stuff towards the bottom, put 6.5 ounces of this clear diesel cleaner, and then 2 ounces of this Hot Shot Secret treatment that's made mostly just for lubricating. Well, I ended up with 26 gallons in it. This tractor's not very fast. I think I only got it up to like 18. Maybe that's just because it's only goes to D range. I don't know if you can get an E range in these 6 series or not, but still a good tractor, and it did good. Cruising back to the shop. But now we're gonna hook on to the 10-foot brush hog, make a couple laps around the field, just put a little bit of a load on this tractor, make sure the injection pump and all the injector work is good to go. Got the brush hog hooked up. It's an HX10 10-footer with 2 blades, so it has the triple gearbox because of the splitter. And then I thought this was, I should have read it, but I got it on SCV2, so I'm probably going to change it to SCV1. But at least it's not leaking. Got the 6410 mowing now. Doing a good job. Get some use out of this brush hog. Fun. It needs redug though. Found where the cows are. Getting some shade. We're moving along at a pretty good pace now. This is good grass out here. Zoom out a little bit, gives you guys a little better look. Well, I went wandering around the fence lines back there, and tractor did good, put an hour on it. So I'd say an hour of brush hog, it's a good enough test that this fuel system rebuild is good to go. And so when I wasn't making farming videos, working on the insurance stuff, this is what I was working on. So glad to have it done, and it's doing a good job out here. Well guys, I thought we were done, but now this thing won't start, and it's popping this 30 amp starter fuse. I just got the brush hog unhooked. I was gonna park it and head home, but not anymore. Guys, I did some digging, and it looks like it's the cold start advanced switch that must be shorted out, causing that starter fuse to blow. So I think this is the sensor, the switch, cold start advance, that we're looking for. So I'm gonna unplug it and just see if that'll let us fire the tractor up and get it parked. Double checking that I did, in fact, unhook the brush hog, but I gotta park the tractor back over here. Let's see what we got. Before, I turned the key on and it barely cranking, it'd blow. Oh, looks like that was the problem. I'll have to order one of those. Well, I need to order some parts, and other than that, the 6410 project was done. It's a good way to make some extra cash, but if you would, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, show me some support. Let's get to 5,000 subs by the end of this year. And then I also got to fix the header trailer, which I was going to try to do today, but obviously this thing took up too much time. But we've got a corn head bought, and we got to go pick it up later this week. So we'll catch you on the next one.